Hey Rose, Happy New Year. Can you believe it's 2026 already?
I know, Ben. Time flies so fast. And you know what? The beginning of the year is a perfect time to talk about our goals and dreams.
Absolutely. Today we're going to talk about how to share your goals and dreams in English. It's something everyone can do, and it's fun to practice.
Yes, and as always, welcome back to English Mindset. I'm Rose, and here with me is Ben.
Hi everyone. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. We share simple, friendly English lessons for real life, and today's lesson is all about your 2026 goals.
All right, so let's start by thinking about goals. Ben, do you have any goals for 2026?
Oh, yes, I have a few. But first, I want to explain a little word for our beginners. A goal is something you want to achieve. For example, my goal is to learn English better this year.
Right, and a dream is similar, but it can be bigger and more about your life. Like, my dream is to travel around the world.
Perfect. Okay, so I have a small goal. I want to read at least 12 books this year. That's one book per month.
Oh, that's a great goal. And what's your dream?
My dream is to visit Japan. I really love Japanese culture, food, and history.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I have some goals too. One of my goals is to improve my English speaking. I want to be more confident when I talk to people.
That's a great goal, Rose. And your dream?
My dream is to teach English online to students around the world.
Fantastic. So today we'll talk about how to talk about goals and dreams like this in English, and we'll practice common phrases you can use. Okay, let's start with a very simple question you can ask someone in English.
Right. You can ask, what are your goals for this year?
Or, what are your dreams for 2026?
Yes. And then the person can answer, my goal is to, or my dream is to.
Exactly. And sometimes you can give a little reason or explain why. For example, my goal is to read more books because I want to learn new things.
Yes. Giving a reason makes your answer longer and more interesting.
And you know, when we talk about goals, we can use simple verbs like learn, improve, visit, travel, exercise, save. These are all common words to describe what we want to do.
That's a good point. Let's give some examples. My goal is to exercise 3 times a week. Why? Because I want to be healthier.
And my goal is to save more money. I want to save for my Japan trip.
Great! And we can also use short phrases like, I want to or I hope to.
Right. I want to learn English better. I hope to travel more this year.
And you know, we can also say, I plan to. That's another common phrase for talking about goals.
Yes. For example, I plan to read 12 books this year.
And I plan to visit my family more often.
Perfect. Okay, let's try a little practice. Rose, can you ask me a question about my 2026 goals?
Sure. Ben, what is your first goal for 2026?
My first goal is to wake up earlier every day. I want to have more time for myself in the morning
That's a good one. And why do you want to wake up earlier?
because I want to exercise and read before work.
Great. And do you have another goal?
Yes, I want to cook more at home. I enjoy cooking, but I usually don't have time.
I understand. I have the same problem. Cooking can be fun, but also time-consuming.
You know, Rose, it's important to talk about small steps when we have big goals.
Yes, because sometimes goals can feel too big, and it's better to divide them into smaller steps.
Exactly. For example, if your goal is to improve English, a small step could be, I will learn 5 new words every day.
Or, I will speak English for 10 minutes every day. Small actions make big dreams possible.
Right. And when we talk about these small steps in English, we can use phrases like, I will, I'm going to, or I try to.
Let's give examples. I will watch one English video every day.
I am going to write a diary in English.
I try to speak English with my friend every week.
Yes, these are very useful phrases, and learners, you can try them too.
Definitely. And we can also use make a plan. For example, I make a plan to study English every morning.
Perfect. And talking about goals is also a way to motivate yourself. When you say your goals out loud, you remember them more.
Absolutely. And sometimes sharing your goals with friends can help you stay motivated.
Yes. And in English, you can say, I want to share my goal with you, or I want to tell my friend about my dream.
Ben, can you share a personal story about a goal you had last year?
Sure. Last year, my goal was to run a 5K race. At first, I didn't run much, but I started with small steps. I ran a little every day, and then I ran longer distances. By the end of the year, I ran my first 5K.
Wow, that's inspiring. And you used small steps to reach your goal. That's a very good example.
Yes, and the same idea works for learning English or any dream.
Right. And I have a story too. My dream last year was to speak English more confidently. I started by speaking with my friend for 5 minutes every day, then 10 minutes. By the end of the year, I could speak for 30 minutes without stopping.
That's amazing, Rose.
Thank you. And learners, you can do the same. Start small and you will see progress. So we've talked a lot about goals. Now let's talk about dreams.
Yes, dreams are a little different from goals. A goal is something specific you want to do, but a dream can be bigger, sometimes more about your life.
Exactly. For example, my dream is to teach English online to students around the world. It's big and it will take time.
And my dream is to visit Japan, like I said before. I want to see the temples, eat sushi, and experience the culture.
That sounds wonderful. And when we talk about dreams in English, we can use phrases like, I dream of, I hope to, or I would like to.
Right. For example, I dream of traveling the world, or I hope to learn a new language this year.
And I would like to live in another country someday.
These are very natural ways to talk about dreams, and you can add more detail, like where, when, or why.
Yes, for example, I dream of traveling to Japan next year because I love Japanese culture.
Or, I hope to learn Spanish because I want to speak with more people around the world. You know, Rose, some learners ask me about the difference between I want to and I hope to.
Ah, yes, that's important. I want to is very direct. It shows something you really want to do.
Yes. For example, I want to read more books.
And I hope to is a little softer. It shows a wish or something you want, but you're not 100% sure it will happen.
Right. For example, I hope to travel more this year. Maybe it depends on money, time, or other things.
Exactly. And I would like to is also polite and softer, like a wish.
Yes, I would like to visit Italy someday. It's nice and friendly.
Can we talk about how dreams and goals can be connected?
Of course. Often a dream is big and a goal is a step to achieve it.
For example, if my dream is to teach English online, my goal could be to take one online teaching course this year.
Exactly. And if my dream is to visit Japan, my goal could be to save $200 every month.
So small goals help us reach big dreams. And when you talk about them in English, you can say, my goal is to, because my dream is to.
Perfect example. My goal is to practice English every day because my dream is to teach online.
That's very clear and easy to understand.
I have another story about a dream. Last year, I dreamed of running a 10K race. It felt impossible at first.
Oh, I remember. How did you do it?
I made small goals. I started by running 3 times a week. Then I increased my distance slowly. Finally, I could run 10 kilometers.
That's amazing. So your dream became real because of small, daily goals.
Yes, and the same works for learning English. If you dream of speaking English fluently, your small goals could be learning 5 new words every day or speaking for 10 minutes with a friend.
Yes, and remember, learners, it's okay if you don't achieve everything immediately. Small steps are very important. Ben, now let's talk about another way to share your goals and dreams, using the future tense.
Right. In English, we can use will, going to, and plan to when we talk about the future.
For example, I will study English every morning.
Or, I am going to travel to Spain next summer.
And I plan to save money for my trip.
These are all natural ways to talk about what you will do to reach your goals or dreams.
And sometimes we can also use try to or want to with future ideas.
Yes, for example, I will try to exercise more this year. Or, I want to learn cooking this year.
Perfect. And learners, it's okay to mix them. You can say, I want to read more books and I will start next week.
That's very natural English.
Let's make some full examples together.
Okay, my dream is to visit Japan. My goal is to save $200 per month. I will start saving from January.
Great. Another example, my dream is to speak English confidently. My goal is to speak English for 10 minutes every day. I am going to practice every morning.
Very clear. And you can also add feelings. I am excited to practice English because my dream is to speak fluently.
Yes, adding feelings makes your English more natural and friendly.
Rose, sometimes it's nice to ask others about their goals or dreams.
Absolutely. You can ask, what is your goal this year? Or what is your dream?
And a polite follow-up is, why is it important to you?
Yes, for example, my dream is to travel to Italy because I love Italian food.
Or, my goal is to save money because I want to buy a camera.
And learners, you can reply naturally with phrases like, that's great, or wow, that sounds amazing.
And you can also give encouragement. You can do it. Or, I'm sure you will reach your dream.
Ben, let's do a small practice dialogue for learners.
Great. You ask me first.
Okay. Ben, what is your dream for 2026?
My dream is to visit Japan.
And what is your goal to reach that dream?
My goal is to save $200 every month.
That's very clear. And what will you do next?
I will open a separate savings account this week.
Perfect. Learners, see how we can use dream, goal, and future actions together?
Yes, and you can try the same with your own ideas.
Absolutely. Try writing it down or saying it out loud.
Another useful way to talk about dreams is with hope and wish.
Yes, for example, I hope to travel more this year.
And I wish I could learn English faster.
We often use hope for things we think are possible in the future.
And wish is often for things that are not real yet, maybe harder to reach.
Right. For example, I hope to meet new friends this year. That is possible.
And I wish I could live in a beach house. That's more like a dream we imagine.
Exactly. And both are very natural in conversation about 2026 goals and dreams. So, Ben, what are some common phrases to talk about challenges in English?
Well, you can say, it's difficult to, I find it hard to, I struggle with, or I have problems with.
Right. For example, I find it hard to wake up early.
Or I struggle with saving money.
And I have problems with speaking English fluently.
Very natural. You can also give a reason why it is challenging. For example, I find it hard to wake up early because I go to bed late.
Or I struggle with speaking English because I feel shy.
Exactly. Adding reasons makes your English more complete.
So, Ben, can you give an example of a challenge you faced last year?
Sure. My challenge last year was learning to cook more at home. I didn't know many recipes, and I didn't have much time.
Oh, I see. So how did you handle it?
I started with easy recipes. I cooked one new dish every week, and I watched cooking videos online. Slowly, I improved.
That's a great example. You can also talk about challenges and solutions together. For example, I struggle with cooking, but I am trying to improve.
Yes, that's very useful in conversation. Learners, you can try this at home. Think of one challenge and one way you are trying to solve it. Another important topic is motivation.
Absolutely. When we face challenges, motivation helps us keep going. In English, we can use phrases like, I try to stay motivated, I don't give up, or I keep trying.
Yes, For example, I try to stay motivated by listening to English podcasts.
Or I don't give up even if I make mistakes.
And I keep trying because I want to reach my dream.
Perfect. Using positive language is very important when talking about your goals and dreams. Now, let's talk about progress. When we have goals, it's important to notice how we improve.
Absolutely. Progress means how much you are improving or moving toward your goal.
And we can talk about progress in English using phrases like, I am improving, I am getting better at, or I have made progress in.
For example, I am getting better at speaking English.
Or, I have made progress in cooking new recipes.
And you can add a little story or example. For instance, I am getting better at English because I speak for 10 minutes every day.
Or, I have made progress in running because I run 3 times a week.
Learners, I want to share my own progress story.
Yes, please.
Last year, I had a goal to read 12 books. At first, it was difficult, but I read a little every day. By December, I finished all 12 books.
Wow, that's a big success. And you can share your progress in English like this. I have finished all 12 books. I am proud of my progress.
Exactly. And learners, it's okay if your progress is small. Every little improvement counts.
Absolutely. I also have a story. My goal last year was to speak English more confidently. I started with 5 minutes every day. After a few months, I could speak for 30 minutes without stopping.
That's amazing. And you can describe your progress in steps. At first, I could speak 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, now 30 minutes.
Let's do a full dialogue as an example.
Great.
Hi, Sam. What is your goal for 2026?
Hi, my goal is to learn English better.
That's great. Do you face any challenges?
Yes, I find it hard to remember new words, but I try to review them every day.
Very good. How do you stay motivated?
I watch English videos and speak with friends. It helps me stay motivated.
Excellent. And how is your progress?
I am improving. I can speak for 10 minutes without stopping, and I'm proud of it.
That's amazing, Sam. Keep going.
Thank you, Rose.
Learners, you can try a similar dialogue with a friend or even practice speaking to yourself.
Let's look at some natural phrases we can use to talk about feelings.
Sure. We can say, I am happy that, I feel proud because, I'm excited to, I feel nervous about, I'm motivated to, or I'm confident that.
Let's give some examples. I am happy that I finished reading my first English book.
Or, I feel proud because I spoke English for 10 minutes without stopping.
And I am excited to travel to Japan this year.
Yes, and I feel nervous about speaking English with a new friend, but I want to try.
These phrases are very useful for real conversations. Learners, you can use them to describe your own goals and dreams.
Let's do a short practice dialogue to show feelings.
Great.
Hi, Alex. How do you feel about your goal for 2026?
Hi, Rose. I feel excited because I am learning English every day.
That's great. Are you proud of your progress?
Yes, I feel proud because I can speak for 10 minutes now without stopping.
Wonderful. And are you a little nervous about anything?
Yes, I feel a little nervous about speaking with new friends, but I want to try.
Excellent. That's very natural English.
Learners, you can try a similar dialogue with your friend or practice alone.
Then I also want to share some more natural phrases for talking about goals and dreams.
Sure.
We can say, I'm working on, I'm trying to, I want to improve, or I hope to achieve.
Right. For example, I am working on my English pronunciation.
Or I'm trying to speak English every day.
I want to improve my vocabulary this year.
And I hope to achieve my goal of speaking English fluently.
These phrases are very natural in conversation. You can combine them with feelings too.
Exactly. I'm excited because I'm working on my English pronunciation.
Or, I feel motivated because I am trying to speak every day.
And now, let's do a short review for our learners. This will help them remember the most important words and phrases.
Perfect. Reviewing is a very good way to make English stick in your memory.
Let's start with the word goal. Ben, can you remind learners what it means?
Sure. A goal is something you want to achieve. For example, my goal is to exercise 3 times a week.
Great. And dream is something bigger that you want in life. For example, my dream is to travel around the world.
Right. And learners, it's good to use both words when you talk about your plans.
Another word is challenge. A challenge is something difficult you have to try hard to do. For example, it's a challenge to wake up early every day.
And then we have motivation. Motivation is the reason you keep trying or working hard. For example, I stay motivated by listening to English podcasts.
Next is progress. Progress means how much you improve or move closer to your goal. For example, I have made progress in speaking English.
Learners, don't forget these words. They are very useful when you talk about goals and dreams.
Now let's review some key phrases.
Sure. For goals and dreams, we can say, I want to, I hope to, I dream of, I would like to, I plan to, and I am going to.
And to talk about challenges, you can say, I find it hard to, I struggle with, I have problems with.
For motivation and feelings, we can use phrases like, I try to stay motivated, I feel proud, I am excited, I feel nervous, I keep trying, and I am confident.
And for progress, use I'm improving, I'm getting better at, I have made progress in, I'm working on, I'm trying to.
Great. Learners, you can try these words and phrases in your own sentences.
Now we have a fun question for you.
Yes, we want to know, what is your dream for 2026 and what is one goal to reach it?
Write your answer in the comments below.
And learners, don't worry about mistakes. Just try to use the words and phrases we taught today.
Exactly. The most important thing is to practice and express yourself in English.
Before we finish, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed learning English with us.
And subscribe to English Mindset.
Also, check out our other videos to learn more natural phrases and useful words for everyday life.
Great. And learners, remember, speaking about your goals and dreams is not only good for English, it also helps you stay motivated and reach your real-life goals.
Thank you for joining us today. See you next time on English Mindset.
Bye, everyone. Keep dreaming, keep learning, and have an amazing 2026.